Good morning, students. Today we are going to revise in teachers the remaining part. Yesterday also I have covered few questions that people said you have problem to understand, and again today also I am going to cover all the remaining questions. Okay, so let's start. This is a very common question. This is one question that I have taken, that I have seen in the forms that you people have submitted. It's a very easy question, but many students have answered this question wrong. How many whole numbers are there between -6 and 6? So there are two very important things in this question, is this word between and whole numbers. So what does between means? That when they are asking how many numbers are there between this means I don't have to consider -6 and 6 in this. Secondly, though we are taking integers, but they are asking whole numbers. So let's first list how many numbers are there. -5, -4, -3, 2, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now as I said, between these two numbers, so between means I will not take these two numbers. Okay. Now second thing, they are asking that how many whole numbers are there. So how many whole numbers are there? Whole number starts from 0. So how many are there? From 0 to 5. So from 0 to 5, how many numbers will be there? 6. 1 to 5, 5 numbers, and 1 0. So 6 numbers. Okay. Now same question can be there for integers as well. If I ask you that how many integers are there between these two numbers. So for integers, what we do? For whole numbers, we have considered number from 0 to 5. Now for whole numbers, for integers, we will consider this whole set of number. So this means from -5 to 5. So these are 5 numbers and these are 6 numbers, so total 11 numbers. So if they ask you that how many whole numbers are there between any numbers, you start from 0, and if this word between is there, then take one number less. Means do not take the last digit that is given here. And when they ask you integers, then cover the whole set of numbers that you have written. Okay. Now let's take the next question. This next question, one part of this or one type of these questions I have taken yesterday, and the other type we are doing today, that says what should be added or what should be subtracted from a given number to get something. Okay, so what should be added to -176 to get -95. Now these type of questions are there in your exercise. Now what does this mean? What they are trying to say? Let's understand this first and then we will solve this problem. They are saying that something should be added. Added to what? Added to this number. So let's write this number 176 and add something to it. Add something to it. To get. When I say to get, so the answer that I am getting is -5. Okay. Now this is what we have to do. We have to find out this number. Now to understand what exactly we have to do here, let's take a simpler number, or I can say let's take whole numbers. Solve with them, understand the concept that what actually we do in these type of questions, and then we'll apply the same concept here. Let's take numbers. 12, so something should be added, or what should be added to 12 to get 20. But I have to add something to 12 to get 20. This is what they are asking also. So what I will do in this? Answer is 8, yes. So how will I get the answer? I get the answer by 20 minus 12. So 20 minus 12 is 8. Means from this answer, I have subtracted 12. Yes, 20 minus 12 is 8. So if I add 8 here with 12, I get 20. This means from the answer, subtract the given number, you get your answer. Let's take one more example. Let's take 15. What should be added to 15 to get 25? So answer is 10. Yes. How I get the answer? From my answer, from what we have to get from this, if I subtract 15, what will I get? I get 10. So same thing or same concept we apply here also. So to get this other number, or to get what we have to add what we will do to get the number, what we'll do, your other number should be from the answer. So this is the answer. From the answer, subtract. Subtract what? Subtract a negative number. Subtract a negative number. Now what you can see here is what I have done is from the answer, subtract. Subtract what? Minus 176. So when I am writing two signs together, you always have to put a bracket. So from this, subtract this. Now we'll solve this. Minus 95 will remain as it is. Whenever you have a bracket, you solve the bracket. So minus minus plus 176. Now we can solve this further. One number is negative, other number is positive. So plus minus is minus. So plus minus minus. So subtract the two number. When we subtract the two number, it will come 81. Now put the sign. So if we see the two numbers, 176 is bigger, sign is positive, so answer is also positive. This means what? If I add 81 to this number, then I get minus 95. Okay, I hope this is clear to you. Now let's take one more question which says, what should be subtracted? So what should be subtracted from minus 29 to get 35? Okay, so now what they are saying, what should be subtracted? I have not written subtracted. Should be subtracted from minus 29 to get 35. Now one thing is different here. From this number I have to subtract. So how will I write? From minus 29, subtract a number. And what I get? To get this. Now understand the same concept with a simpler number. There is a difference when I say added or when I say subtracted. When I say two numbers are adding, then the result is bigger. So from that result, we subtract the other number. Yes? When we add two numbers, the result is greater. So from that result, we subtract the other number. But when we subtract, what we do? We reduce something. So whenever we are subtracting, the bigger number we take as from which we subtract. Okay? And then we reduce them. So if I say I have 10 toffees and I have given few toffees to my friend and I left only with 7 toffees. I have 10 toffees and something is subtracted from my 10 and I get 7. So 10 toffees become 7. So how do I get the answer? Answer is 3, yes. And how do I get this time my answer? From 10 I am doing something. So from 10 I am subtracting 7. This is the only difference when we say added or when we say subtracted. So I get 3. Now with the same concept we will apply here also. So what will be the other number? As I said, from 10 I subtracted something and I get 7. So what do I do? From 10. From this number I subtract 7. So same concept here also. From this number, from minus 29. From minus 29, if I subtract this number, so I get my answer. So from minus 29 minus subtract what? A positive number. So no bracket or anything is required. Now solve this. Now minus minus is what? Minus minus is plus. So we have to add these two numbers. So 9 and 5, 4. This will be 64. Now answer the sign 35 is bigger, it is negative. So 64 is also negative. So what we can say that from 29, 60, if I subtract minus 64, what I get? I get positive 35. Okay. Now I hope this is clear to everyone. Now let's do one more question that says, what is the difference in height between the point? What is the difference height between the point between a point 270 meter above the sea level and 180 meter below the sea level. It's a very good application based question. So what they are asking you, they are asking you the difference in height. They are what they have given you. They have given you 2 points. So what these 2 points are doing? These points are telling you to position. So what are those 2 positions? Between a point 270 meter above the sea level. So what we take sea level? In any case, we take sea level as a 0. So sea level is 0. So something above the sea level is there. So a point is there 200 meter above the sea level. So I go 200 meter above the sea level and I get point 270 meter. Okay. And 180 meter below the sea level. Now there is a point that is 180 meter below the sea level. Okay, and what you have to do, you have to find out the difference between their height. So you don't have to simply subtract here. Why I have drawn the diagram, so that concept should be clear to you when you draw the diagram. So if you see, so the difference between them is not this. The difference between them is from 0 to here, means this much part which is 270 and this much part which is 180. So this part and this part is the total difference between them. This is the difference between them. This is what I say, one is here and one is here. So the difference between them is this. Okay. So what we will do, we will apply this concept of integer here, which says when things are above the sea level, it is positive. When things are below the sea level, it is negative. So above sea level is plus 270 meter, and below the sea level is minus 180 meter. And you have to find out that what is the difference between them. So how you find out the difference between anything? You find out the difference between anything by subtracting. Yes, if I ask you to find out difference between 25 and 20, so the difference between 25 and 20 is 5. Because after 20, you get 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So 5 ahead. Similarly, here also, when you have to find out the difference, you will subtract the 2 numbers. But since it is integer, so there will be a twist when you subtract. So what is the difference? So difference in height is, this is the first value difference. So minus, this is the second value. But what is the difference in your second value? Your second value is negative. So what we do, we put a minus sign here. So this minus this value will give you the difference between the two. Now solve it. Minus minus is plus 180. Now add these two. This will be 350 meter. So the difference between them is 350. Difference of anything is positive, yes. So the difference between them is 350 meter. So actually if you see here, why it is 350? Because from 0 to here, this much distance is 270 and this much distance is 180. So we have to find out when the difference between the two. So I will take this and this. So this and this, so the total distance between them is 350. Why? Because one is above the sea level and one is below the sea level. So below the sea level is negative and above the sea level is positive. Now this is it for today. in your exam also you're going to get these type of questions which will be application based questions. This is what we are applying the concept of application here. So these type of questions are application based questions. So these type of questions wherever you can calculate, that will be computation type of questions. So all these type of questions you're going to get in exam. So study accordingly. Once your chapter is over, you have objective type questions there which covers your mental math questions, your multiple choice question, and after the chapter you have check your progress also. So please, this question I have taken from check your progress only. This question is from CYP, that is check your progress. So do all the questions from check your progress as well and prepare well for your exam. All the best.